Hello everybody, my name is Cubing and welcome to part 2 of my tutorial on how to solve a Rubik's Cube beginner's method. Now, I'm going to be going from step 3 in this episode, so if you haven't seen part 1 there'll be a link in the description, or you can head over to my channel and look at it there. So anyway, let's go on with the video. Alright, so now we move on to the third step, which is doing the second layer. Now this is probably the easiest part of the whole puzzle, because there's only two things that you need to do. Well, there's only two cases you can get. So what you have to do is you have to find an edge piece that hasn't got yellow on it. So here we got the blue and orange one, and you look at the piece that's touching a center on the second layer. So you see that there's this orange piece. Now you have to turn it until the orange piece is touching its orange center, and you can see it is here. So if it's on, now you see what side the blue's on, because the blue's on the top. So because the blue's on this side, you have to move the piece to the left, you lift up the right side, you put the piece back, and then you bring down the right side. And because we messed up the corner, we put it in as you normally would. And now that piece is in the right place. The same rule applies is if the green side, because the green piece is on the top. If the green side is on the left side, you move it to the right, you lift up the left, you put the piece back, and then you bring it down. Now you messed up the corner, so you put it back in. Now this piece is in here. Now if you see that there's a piece, it's in the right place, but it's flipped around. What you need to do is you need to put a piece in here. So we can see that there's this yellow and blue one, and we need to pretend that this yellow piece is red. So because we have to pretend that this is green. Oh no, this is blue. Sorry, well it is blue. So because the blue's on this side, you have to move this piece to the right, lift up the left side, put the piece back, and bring it down. Now we messed up the corner, so we put it in as normal. And now we have moved this piece onto the third layer. So now you do it as you normally would. And there you go. Alright, so now we move on to the fourth step, which is making the yellow cross. So, what we need to do in this step is don't worry about the corners. It doesn't matter if the corners are there or not. So, you can get one of four cases. You can get it when the yellow center is on its own. You can get it where there's this like L shape here. You can get it where there's like this line here or a rod. And you can get it where there's a cross. And if you have the cross, then you don't have to do anything. Alright, so if you have the dot in this, if you have the dot in the center, then you pay attention here. If you have a different case, then just wait for a bit. So here's when algorithms come into play, which is a set of moves that you need to do to do something to the cube. Alright, so this is where our annotations come into play. So what you want to do is hold the cube in whichever way you want, but make sure that this piece is on the top, and you have to do this algorithm: F, R, U, R prime, U prime, and F prime. And now you've got the L shape. Now, if you've got the L shape, what you have to do now is hold it so that one of the pieces is facing towards the right, and one is facing towards you. And you have to do the same algorithm again. F, R, U, R prime, U prime, and F prime. And now, you have to hold the L shape horizontally and do the same algorithm again. F, R, U, R prime, U prime, and F prime. Alright, so even though we've done a yellow cross like this, the thing is you can see that this piece is in the right place because the red side of the edge piece is touching the center, and same with this one. But you can see that this piece, even though it's like this with the yellow cross, this side of the edge isn't touching its right center, and neither is this one, as you can see here. So we have to do one more step, and then we fully completed the white cross. So what we have to do is we have to put all of these edge pieces in the right place, or so that this piece is in the right place because this side is touching the orange center. Same with this one, but this one isn't correct, and neither this one. So we need to put them all in the right place. So you can get one of 3 cases, and like this one I got here, you can get it where 2 of the pieces are in the right place and they're opposite each other. You can get it like this, where 2 of the edge pieces are in the right place, because you can see that this green one is here and this orange piece is. But these 2 pieces aren't in the right place because they need to be swapped round. Or you can get it where all of the pieces are in the right place, because you can see this piece is in the right place, this piece is in the right place, this piece is in the right place, and this piece is in the right place. Right, so if you get the case where there are 2 edge pieces that are opposite each other, you have to hold it so that one of the correct ones, like this one, is facing towards you, and one, like this one, is facing at the back. And you do this algorithm. R, U2, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, and R prime. And now you can see that these 2 pieces are in the right place, this green one is, and this red one is, but this blue one and this orange one aren't in the right place. So if you get this case where 2 of them aren't in the right place, you have to hold it so that one of the incorrect pieces facing towards you and one's facing towards the right, and you do the algorithm again. R, U2, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, and R prime. And if you move it, and if you do a U prime, you can see that this piece is in the right place, this piece is in the right place, this piece is in the right place, and this piece is in the right place. Alright, so the 5th step is to put all the corners in the right slot. It doesn't matter if they're twisted correctly, you just have to put them in the right spot. So once again, you can get one of 3 cases. You can get it where none of the corner pieces are in the right place. You can get it where one of the pieces are in the right place. So you can see that this is in the right place because there's green, orange, yellow, and then there's green, orange, and yellow. Or you can get it where all of the corner pieces are in the right place. So if you get the case where there are no corners that are in the right slot, what you do is you hold it. Well, you can hold it in any way you want, but make sure that the yellow face is on the top as usual, and you do this algorithm. L prime, U, R, U prime, L, U, and R prime. And then if you turn it back like this, then you can see that there's one piece here that's in the right place. And now what you have to do is you have to hold it so it's in front of you, but it's on the right side. Then you do the algorithm again. L prime, U, R, U prime, L, U, and R prime. And if you put that back, you can see that all of the corners are in the right place. This corner is, this corner is, this corner is, and this corner is. You don't have to get the same case as me, but you need to have it so that all the corners are in the right place. So now we move on to the last step, which is twisting the corners. Now, before people start twisting the corners, that's not what you're supposed to do, it's just how I show what to do in the video. So anyway, let's move on to the last step. If you see something that looks like this, where there are 2 pieces and they're facing in the same direction, that's called headlights. And when you get, this is a case with headlights, and when you get this case, you have to hold it so the headlights are facing towards the right, and do this algorithm. R, U2, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R prime, L, U2, L, U, L prime, U, and L. Now this works even if, like, you can see, if you see headlights anywhere, so even though these pieces are messed up, there are headlights here, so it will work there. Alright, so if you get this case, it looks like headlights, but the piece here has been twisted out this way, and the piece here has been twisted out this way. If you get this case, you hold it in the same position that you hold the headlights, and you do the algorithm again. R, U2, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R prime, L prime, U2, L, U, L prime, U, and L. And now you get the headlights, you just do the same algorithm again. And there you go. Now if you get a case like this, where the pieces are arranged almost like a fish, you take the corner that's in the right spot and you hold it in the bottom left, and you do the algorithm yet again. R, U2, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R prime, L prime, U2, L, U, L prime, U, L. And then you do whichever case you get. We'll get onto this case right now. So if you get this case where two corners are completed and they're opposite each other, what you have to do is you have to hold one of the corner pieces so they're facing off to the right, the yellow piece. Then you perform the same algorithm once again. R, U2, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R prime, L, U2, L, U, L prime, U, L. And then you do whatever case you get. So anyway guys, that concludes my tutorial of the Rubik's Cube beginner's method. Hopefully you completed it, and if you have, congratulations. And if you want to learn this method, what I do is I've watched through the videos, or in my case 2 videos, 5 times. Then I try and do it without using the videos, and if there's a step I can't do, I'll skip to that point in the video. Or if there's a better way, then you can do that. And for anyone who can't do annotations, you can follow along with my hands, because obviously I did do the algorithm while you were watching this. Yeah, so I will be coming out with an advanced method and I don't know what to call it, beginners F2L, or like the medium method or whatever. So subscribe if you want to see that. And if you've come from the beginner's method, then I'll be posting one of those soon, just not at the moment. And I will be doing other tutorials in the future as well, such as 2x2, 4x4, square one, mega minx, all of those cubes. And anyway guys, so what I was thinking is having this my permanent view of the cube, like when I do reviews and that. But then obviously when I do when I do solves, I'll do it at the angle that I normally do. So comment down below if you want me to make this my angle for reviews and unboxings, and obviously tutorials, and have solves the way I usually do it, or have this just as tutorials and have reviews and solves at their other angle. So yeah, comment that down below. So anyway guys, that was the tutorial of the Rubik's Cube beginner's method. I hope you learned something, I hope you solved it. And if you could solve it and you understood it well, please give this video a like. And if you have any suggestions for other tutorials you want in the video, then you can comment that down below. And to make sure you don't miss any of those, then you can subscribe. So anyway guys, my name is Cubing, and I'll see you in the next video.